Walk us first through the big strategic fit behind this acquisition, because this is a large acquisition, almost the biggest acquisition after Satyam.
So Nikunj, firstly, good morning and thank you for having me here. I think when we look at this acquisition, there are three things. One is a big bold bet from Tech Mahindra on the digital transformation which we are seeing in the insurance industry. The industry is going through significant transformation, and a lot of it is driven by disruptive technologies. And CTC brings in deep domain expertise and a long successful track record of helping insurers transform in their journey as they move forward. Secondly, when we look at the basic capability set which we get through CTC is digital engineering talent. Again, as a service line, as a capability, it's a very high growth segment. As enterprises transform for the future, we believe that adds significant value to not only the existing customers of the company, but also as we go out to market for new customers, new pursuits. And lastly, Europe is becoming a big talent hub. And I think through this acquisition, we will establish presence in Latvia and Belarus. The quality of talent coming from that part of the world is exceptional. And we expect to then grow on the talent base in the region.
What are the complementary synergies between your existing clients and the clients of CTC? Is there an overlap, and are you looking at some synergies kicking in?
Yeah, so Nikunj, all our acquisitions, as we stated in as part of our strategy, are driven by close integration and driving synergies. And there are two types of synergies here. There is the industry vertical synergy in the insurance sector. We expect to be able to sell a lot of service line offerings from Tech Mahindra into the client base at CTC, as well as take forward the deep domain expertise in the insurance industry from CTC into our client base. And the second synergy we are looking to work on and exploit is the service line synergy around digital engineering. Clients desperately need top-class capability to help them transform, and we think with the combination of Tech CTC, we would be able to offer those to our clients.
So I'm assuming that the deal is going to be EPS accretive from day one.
That is correct, Nikunj. I think just from a financial metrics perspective, the business does generate industry-leading EBIT margins, and this would be accretive on EPS and on free cash flows.
Why are you specifically focusing on Europe?
Why are you specifically focusing on Europe?
I think when we look at this acquisition, while this is headquartered in Europe, but does serve a global client base, and the capability set is global. Just from a domain perspective, insurance and reinsurance is very heavy in Europe. So I don't think there is a conscious strategy of only looking at transactions in Europe. It's just that we're looking for the right fit and the right capability set when we look at our M&A strategy.
Vivek, when we speak to other IT companies, they're also not freely using the word subcontracting. Business is coming to them, but just like other companies outsourcing business with Indian firms are also outsourcing and subcontracting the business. Would you be looking at CTC also now becoming a base and the existing engineers for subcontracting? Is that a thought which you're working on?
So Nikunj, I think CTC is going to be an integral part of our business. So I wouldn't consider that as a subcontracting base, but what I would consider it is it will become an important and critical base for us to expand our talent supply pool.
Since you specifically spoke about the insurance sector, And again, I'm not doing an absolute comparison, I'm simply doing a relative comparison. If I compare Tech Mahindra with other companies, some of our peers do have a large sizable business coming from Tech Mahindra. So was there a conscious strategy to move and scale up the insurance business?
So when we look at the sector and when we look at our M&A strategy and capital allocation, we are obviously looking for sectors which will give us a high growth opportunity. And insurance clearly is one of those in our opinion. The industry has a long way to go in terms of its digital transformation. And you're right, some of our peer groups have a larger footprint in the sector. So this is for us being differentiated and creating a right to win in the sector, which we believe will grow at a higher than industry average rate.